Two felony weapons charges were filed Wednesday against a man who was being chased by two Chicago police officers before they were fatally struck by a train on the far south side earlier this week, officials said. Edward Brown, 24, of Chicago, is charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon and reckless discharge of a firearm, according to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. He was scheduled to appear for a bond hearing Thursday at the Leeton Criminal Court building. Calumet District Officers Eduardo Marmolejo and Conrad Gary had been called to an area near 103rd Street and Dauphin Avenue around 6:20 p.m. Monday after a ShotSpotter sensor picked up gunfire, police officials said. Marmolejo, 36, and Gary, 31, saw a suspect, got out of their car and scrambled up to the tracks, according to police spokesman Anthony Guglielmi. Video from one of the officers' body cameras shows them crossing the viaduct and heading south. A northbound Metro electric train approached ahead of them. They kept walking on tracks used by southbound trains, unaware they were in the path of a South Shore Line train, Guglielmi said. They were struck not far from the 103rd Street Rosemoor stop. South Chicago District officers also responded to the area and went to 103rd Street, where Brown made eye contact with the officers after he walked down the stairs from the metro station, Guglielmi said. When the officers stopped Brown and asked him if he was carrying anything illegal, he said, "Yes, I have a gun on me," said Guglielmi. He said the officers confiscated a Kel-Tec handgun from Brown's sweater pocket, and Brown acknowledged firing the weapon on the tracks. Brown told the officers he found the gun in an alley a few blocks away at 101st Street and Vernon Avenue, and that he was just testing it out, Guglielmi said. Brown was then arrested and taken to a police station. Guglielmi said that's where the arresting officers learned Marmolejo and Gary had been fatally struck by the train. It was not known how fast the southbound train was going, but trains typically travel 65 miles per hour through that area. The train was not supposed to slow down until the Kensington station, about a mile away, according to Michael Noland, CEO and president of the Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District, which operates South Shore trains on Metro tracks. Marmolejo had been on the force 2.5 years and Gary 18 months, police said. Both were fathers of young children. They were among 4 Chicago police officers killed in the line of duty this year. On November 19, Officer Samuel Jimenez, 28, was killed in a mass shooting at Mercy Hospital and Medical Center on the near South Side. 2 women, Dr. Tamara O'Neill, 38, and pharmacist Dana Les, 24, also were killed before the gunman died after he was shot by another officer in the abdomen and shot himself in the head. On February 13, Commander Paul Bauer, 53, was fatally shot while chasing a suspect to a stairwell outside the Thompson Center in the Loop. Marmolejo and Gary were assigned to the Calumet District on the far south side, where 3 other officers have died at work this year. 2 died from suicides outside the district's police station on East 111th Street. The third officer, 47-year-old Vanita Williams, died in July after collapsing at the station. The deaths of Marmolejo and Gary mark the first time in almost 30 years that 2 Chicago police officers were killed in the line of duty during the same incident. Officers Raymond Kilroy and Gregory Hauser were fatally shot on May 13, 1990, while responding to a domestic disturbance on the Northwest Side.